I've just come from my office, and it's kind of a great time of the year in the summer. My family comes up. My son and daughter-in-law and grandson are coming up because we were going to the White House picnic, but I've just been told that I've been uninvited from the picnic. I think I'm the first senator in the history of the United States to be uninvited to the White House picnic. The White House is owned by the taxpayers. We all are members of it. Every Democrat will be invited. Every Republican will be invited, but I will be the only one disallowed to come on the grounds of the White House. I just find this incredibly petty. I mean, I have been, I think, nothing but polite to the president. I have been a intellectual opponent, a public policy opponent, and he's chosen now to uninvite me from the picnic and to say my grandson can't come to the picnic. I just the level of immaturity is beyond words. I've been here long enough that if anybody has ever followed me, I've been a critic of Obama, I've been a critic of Biden, I've been a critic of the previous Trump, but always in I think, a reasonable fashion along policy. And so they've decided they want to declare war on my family and exclude us from the White House. And I just think it's incredibly petty, and I hope someone will ask them some questions about how they've decided to sink to this step.
What was the explanation given to you?
No explanation. We're just not welcome. But you have to get a ticket, and we've always gotten tickets. I mean, I've been to 10 White House picnics. There's like Easter egg rolls, there's picnics. This is for Congress. And I think what's particularly galling about it is, I don't know if this came from the president on down, let's hope not, but if not, it's coming from his petty staffers who have been running a sort of a paid influencer campaign against me for 2 weeks on Twitter. If you look at my Twitter, it's just gobs and gobs of these people. We know they're being paid because the White House, someone has told us that the White House called them from the White House and offered them money to attack me online. So we have that, and now we're uninvited to the picnic. And it's like, I don't know, it's just incredibly petty, and it shows that, look, I'm arguing from a true belief and worry that our country is mired in debt and getting worse, and they choose to react by uninviting my grandson to the picnic. I don't know, I just think it really makes me lose a lot of respect I once had for Donald Trump.
You were already a no on the bill because of the debt limit increase that was included in it, but hypothetically they could change that and get you to yes. Does this make you less likely to get to yes? I mean,
well, when they tell you your grandson can't come to a picnic at the White House that all of Congress is allowed to come to, I don't know, it just shows such a pettiness. But they've shown over the last week they don't care about my vote at all. Because I've told them I can and would vote for the bill if the debt ceiling were taken off of it. So conceivably, there might be some situation in which they needed my vote. Instead, they have decided to try to attack my character. They've misdirected people, saying he's a Democrat, he's for open borders, and all this craziness online, because I think I'm having some effect with the argument on the debt. Having effect that we have a $2 trillion deficit this year. They like to blame it on Democrats, but guess what? The spending levels right now are Republican spending levels. If they vote to raise the debt ceiling $5 trillion, the debt will be the responsibility of Republicans. And so how do they choose to respond? They're afraid of what I'm saying, so they think they're going to punish me if I can't go to the picnic, as if somehow that's going to make me more conciliatory. So it's silly in a way, but it's also just really sad that this is what it's come to. But petty vindictiveness like this, I don't know. It makes you wonder about the quality of people you're dealing with.
How much of your family was disinvited? How many people were supposed to come?
My son and daughter-in-law and my grandson are coming up on a flight, and they would be here in the morning, and then we go there tomorrow afternoon. And my wife and I, we probably have been every year. President Obama didn't disinvite us. The former President Trump didn't disinvite us. Biden didn't disinvite us. And we always did this. You know, you'll hear people around town say, oh, I'm not going to the Christmas party because it's President Obama's White House. It's our White House. It's the Americans' White House. We all pay for it. And we've always gone to the Christmas parties, whether it was a Republican or a Democrat. We've gone to the egg roll. We like this stuff. We like going to celebrate stuff in our nation's capital with our family. And I don't know. It's just, I think, a really sad day that this is the level of warfare they've stooped to. but it's also not very effective. It probably has the opposite result. You know, it doesn't make me have a real warm, fuzzy feeling for the White House that they're telling my family can't come to the White House. So I don't know. I just disappointed more than anything.